Alright, welcome back to WorldwideGiantGrowers.com. What we're going to talk today is about starting giant watermelon seeds. It is April 10th in Michigan. It is snowing outside. Spring's not here yet, folks, but what we're doing is we're growing giant watermelons. This is the 260 Clements, which if you're looking for a big set of melons, Chris Kent also grew a 260. I believe he grew his in 2010. But anyways, we're going to show you how to start and germinate the seeds today. If you'd like to grow a giant watermelon, we have a contest at WorldwideGiantGrowers.com. We have several contests. We actually have a novice contest, and our winner last year was Tyler Reinhardt from Ohio was the winner of our novice contest. He grew a 192-pound watermelon. Congratulations, Tyler. Now he has to move up into the big boy class. He's no longer in the novice class and compete with last year, third place was Bill Neptune from Ohio, 223 pounds. Congratulations, Bill. Bill Foss, 226.5 pounds. I believe Bill's from Minnesota, somewhere out in that direction. Giant watermelon. And our world record holder, Chris Kent, grew a 302-pound watermelon. He is presently the world record holder with a 350-pound watermelon grown in Sevierville, Tennessee. So if you come to our website and you can join for $35, you can join one of our class. If you request seeds in the comment box, I'll send you seeds. If you don't write in the comment box that you need seeds, I won't send you seeds. So make sure you do that. Anyways, what we're going to do today is tell you about how we start the seeds. The seeds like to be germinated in very warm temperatures. They like it 90 degrees. So I use one of these bottom heating houses. I call it a little greenhouse. It'll keep it around 80 degrees, 80 to 90 degrees. First thing we do, our watermelon seeds, is we soak them. I'm soaking them in Mark's Root Keeper, my root inoculant that you can get with your membership. If you join up, this is a 302 Kent Chris grew last year. I'm soaking 4 of those seeds. Some people file the seeds. I'm not really into that. I just wait till they pop up, and I'll take a pair of needle nose pliers if the shells don't come off, and I'll gently squeeze the shell, and those will crack and fall off. If you're very careful, you can do that. Anyways, so we soak the seeds. They're soaking for like 2 hours in Mark's Root Keeper. You add 1 teaspoon to a gallon of water, non-chlorinated water, of course. Let these soak for about 2 hours. And then I'll be taking them. I've taken my pots. I've wrote on the pots the weight of the pumpkin. I like to start them in pots. This isn't the only way to go. Some people like to wrap the seed in a rag and put it in a heat chamber. I even seen a guy using one of those pill boxes recently, in those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday pill boxes. And you can set the seeds in there, soak them first, set them in there, put them in your heat chamber, and they'll pop a root. After they pop a root, then you can take them to the pots. But I've always done it this way. I'm old school. I like these little peat pots, which I do not plant these in the little peat pots. I like these because when I transplant this into the next container, they just tear away. I would never plant your plants in these peat pots. They will slow down your root system. Not a good idea. I did it once. I can tell you the story. In 1997, I stuck my pumpkin plants in the ground in these pots. They weren't rooted in real good. We got some high winds, and anyways, the plants came out of the ground because they weren't rooted in good. I noticed after they came out that they were just halfway through the pot, and it actually slowed the plant down. That's why I don't believe in them. But anyways, you get your soil mix. I use one of these bricks, and you get your soil starter to where it'll ball up, where you can squeeze it, but it's not dripping water, just so it's nice and moist. You don't want your seeds to stay constantly wet. They typically will rot if that happens. Anyways, we do that. We stick the seed in here, point down. I put them in the chamber. I will put one of these lids on the chamber. Let me grab a lid. You can buy these down at your local hydro store or garden center, wherever you may be. We stick these on here. Now this lid, this one might be a little bit high. I have bigger domes. And what I do is I will plug this in, and I won't touch it for 3 days. For 3 days, I'm not going to take this lid off. In about 3 days, I'll come back and check the moisture. You don't want to come in every day, open this up. It's like a cake. Leave it alone. After about 3 days, though, some of them might pop. Once they pop a root, it's best to remove them from the bottom heat. Usually take them out pretty soon, within 24 hours, and get them under a grow light. What you want under a grow light is you want the plant, depending on your light, you want to feel the temperature of your light. If most fluorescent lights, you want the plant, the seedling, to be within about 2 inches of the light. If you've got stronger lights, you need to test that with your hand for temperature. If your hand's getting hot and warm, that's too close. The problem most people have with starting young seedlings is they stick them in a window. That's not good. If you stick it in a window, it's going to get tall and leggy, and it'll eventually topple over. It's not a good way to go. You're better off to get a fluorescent light, get a grow light, one that's meant for plants, and have that light a safe distance. It's either 2 inches, or if you've got like a 1,000-watt halide grow light, you're going to want to be 18 inches away. So you need to read the directions. I always say read the destructions. If you don't read the destructions, it will lead to destruction. Anyhow, after they pop up, get a couple leaves on them. I've had them in the room. Depending on the weather, if the weather's good in your area and you can get them right from this pot out to the garden, go for it. In my case, in Michigan, it's usually not. So what we do is we transfer them to grow bags. What I have here is a little 1-gallon grow bag. These are great. I take, here on this one here, I put duct tape on it for handles so that they're not as slippery. You can pick them up like this, but the duct tape's kind of nice. So then we take them and we peel the peat pot off. Now the seedling's in here, you got a little plant. We peel this all off and we will transfer that pot into this grow bag. Now with a watermelon, that plant could stay in this 1-gallon grow bag for probably 3 or 4 weeks. It'd be fine. We've also used, soak the seeds in Mark's root inoculant, so that's going to start working, giving you a bigger root system. We'll also use that root keeper again when we transplant it in the garden. So you may need some of that. But the grow bags, you can probably order them online. Here's 25 bags for $3. These will last you a long time, 25 bags. For the pumpkins, I like the bigger bag. This is like I believe this is a 2-gallon bag for the pumpkins. Now I see guys planting in 5-gallon buckets. I don't understand why. That'd be a lot of hassle. If you do want to use a bucket or a container, I have a container like this. What you do, you take the container, cut it in half, and then duct tape it back together. That way when you go out to the garden, all you have to do is rip the duct tape off. Put this down in the hole, rip the duct tape off. You're going to have a lot of roots in there. You don't want to break those roots off when planting. So that's a good way to get started. The pumpkin seeds are the same way. You soak them in a couple hours. You put them in little pots, or however you want to do it. There's not only one way to do it. There's several ways to do it. It's to your liking. But they do need heat. These seeds germinate better between 80 and 90 degrees. Don't stick them in a cold basement or in a cold house and expect them to germinate. They may not. They may, but they may not. If you need seeds, if you join up a membership, you can ask for seeds with your membership. Just write in the comment box on the membership form, I need seeds for this category. I also wanted to give you some pointers for starting tomato seeds. I learned from Marvin Meisner, the best way to start tomato seeds is just simply soak them in a cup of water. You could take some root keeper, make up a solution, and just float them in a cup of water. In 4 or 5 days, they'll pop a root. You'll see a little root on them, and then you can take them and put them in a pot. That's one way of doing it. Long gourd seeds, if you're growing long gourds, it's best to file those. I'd file those and I'd soak those for 4 or 5 hours, maybe even 6 hours. They seem to be a little tougher to get them to germinate. But with your seeds, don't keep them soaked. Don't open them up every day and dump water on them. You just want that soil to be moist where it'll cling together. Like right here, it clings together, but the water's not wringing out of it. It'll hold together like a ball. The roots need oxygen to germinate. They typically need a little bit of oxygen. Even if you were popping them in the water, if there was oxygen in that water, they'd pop a root even quicker. It helps. Let's see what else I wanted to cover. If you're picking your planting sites outside, I want to give you a few pointers. If you can, try to plant in the center of your location. Out in my pumpkin patches, I have 1,600 square feet. I am going to start, they're 28 feet wide, 60 feet long. I'm going to start one pumpkin plant or watermelon plant in the middle and let it grow south. And then what I'm going to do this year at the other end, I'm going to go to the north end, and I'm going to come in about 15 feet from the edge of the garden and plant one and have it grow south. I don't want to plant like right next to a driveway or right next to a lawn that might not be amended. Try to get your plant farther into the patch because the root system is going to grow out 360 degrees. And if you plant it up against like a basement wall or some bad soil, it's not going to be able to grow. The root system's not going to be able to grow 360 degrees healthy and vibrant. It's going to be hindered if you're up against some negative, I call it negative soil, like a lawn that may not be amended, like your loose soil. Because we're all adding like perlite to our soil. We're adding kelp meal. We're adding azomite, cottonseed meal, alfalfa meal. You need to get your soil tested. If you want to do this and grow a nice pumpkin, you need to go through these. You know, if you're just looking to grow a 300 or 400 pounder, well, you might get by with doing nothing. But, you know, just throwing the plant in the ground and water it twice a week, you could probably get a 300 pounder if you keep the bugs off it. But anyways, if you want help, come to worldwidegiantgrowers.com. We have videos on our hidden Facebook page. If you join, if any of you are watching this video on YouTube, my videos this summer will not be on YouTube. They will be at my hidden Facebook page. You must be a member to view the videos. If you come to worldwidegiantgrowers.com, pay the $35, become a member, then I will invite you to the hidden page on Facebook. But you must have a Facebook account to do that. Then you can view the videos. I'll put them out once a week. How to grow the watermelons, how to grow the pumpkins. I am growing watermelons this year. I didn't last year. I'm going to throw my hat in the ring. I've joined the GWG, Giant Watermelon Growers. I'm going to give Bill Edwards, Chris Kent, and those guys a run for their money. Here it's going to be a hot summer, and Bubba's going to try to grow a 300-pound watermelon. So anyways, please join us, and remember, shh, keep it a secret, but go tell a friend. Worldwide Giant Growers is welcoming you aboard. See you.